Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Talks One podcast. A lot of things have been said about AI, and I myself have covered several podcasts where we have described AI. We have seen the history of AI. We have seen how it is impacting jobs and industries, etc. Today's talk would be analyzing a different aspect of AI, the dangers present within AI and its use, and how it is shaping the world with inherent dangers that many don't even know. And It's an important point because having worked in software, particularly machine learning and AI for past several years, it's imperative that somebody knowledgeable in the field should distill what is good, bad, and ugly, and not only just sing one tune itself. So, from that perspective, I wanted to share some of the ills, specifically the dangers that are lurking by the use of AI. So, let me start out by saying that you must have seen so many shorts, videos, TikToks, wherein Trump and Modi and all the prominent celebrities across the world, they have been shown dancing or fighting or some kind of some kind of image is portrayed, basically that serves specific kind of narratives, and the internet is flooded with these kind of narratives, and you would see so many of these shorts and videos and things along those lines. uh, Oftentimes it's a dead giveaway because many times these videos are not super high quality. They have some basic challenges like more than five fingers, or uh, like um, like if somebody is dancing, the videos cut abruptly, or they are not connecting really well, things along those lines. But if you see it at a surface level, especially if people are speaking something, or there it seems that somebody is giving a speech, or somebody is doing something, sometimes they may look very real as well. So you would see that the problem of deepfakes have just skyrocketed now. As it is, we had so many deepfakes, but through generative AI, it has become extremely easy to create this real-looking video, audio, pictures super easily, and the whole internet is right now flooded with this kind of content. So this can cause a lot of harm for people who are not aware about AI, or who think that whenever a video comes or an audio or a picture comes, that's the real truth. For those kind of people, which could be in millions and millions of people, could be very very devastating, because they will trust the image or video or the product, and it can cause uh, like fraud. It can cause a lot of losses and things like that. I have been made privy to certain kind of digital scams where somebody tries to mimic your closed one, or your boss, or your colleague, and tries to call you over WhatsApp, and their voice is exactly the same as whom they are kind of misrepresenting, and they may actually ask you for important details, leak certain information, maybe directly ask for money, and things along those lines. So that's also happening, and again it is going to cause a lot of problem, especially in the trust and safety world. Let me move my gears a little bit on the education sector. So it has been observed that a lot of students are now taking help of Chat GPT, AI to complete assignments, and in fact write their research reports and things along those lines. While using Chat GPT and generative AI is definitely good, but like giving away your judgment and thought process and decision making to an AI is recipe for disaster, because what is ended up happening is that you are not leveraging your brain to develop critical thinking skills, systematic thinking, abstract thinking. You are letting the AI do the major heavy lifting for you, while you just are prompting them to generate those kind of results. And problem is, because you have not thought through it, or you have not checked it, the kind of content it is generating, you can't even validate whether the content that is being generated is any good, is it steeped in truth or not. And many research papers, articles that are coming out right now have so many fallacies in them that they are being rejected left, right, and center. Moreover, the person who is generating them is not gaining anything because they themselves have not generated it. So they have not gone through the process of writing the paper, thinking through it, thinking clearly to be able to write it. I mean, if a person has to use these kind of tools, at least the total major points that they want to illustrate, maybe they can use these systems to get a real example of it. But the idea should be yours, the thought process should be yours, like how to create it in a better English language, or better how do you build a better paragraph, can be an assistant that you can use. But not the idea itself should be given to the AI to generate. First of all, it is not going to create a novel idea because it will be all whatever has happened in the past. Humans also do that, but add your own creativity to it as well. Don't just use it as it is. So this is creating a set of graduates who have no original thinking, no creativity. In fact, they don't even know the content that has been created because they never basically paid attention to it and somebody else created the content for them. So that's another danger that is happening due to AI. In fact, in many research journals, a lot of the research that is being now posted has lot of fallacies actually, and such kind of articles and such kind of research papers are being rejected. In fact, it has also been observed that certain tenured professors at leading universities have also indulged in creating these kind of research which is based upon fabricated data or synthetic data generated through generative AI for doing the real research. And many of them are being now caught that what you have done is not actually based upon the real research but synthetic and fabricated data. On the other hand, you will see that by OpenAI or Gemini or Llama or any of the large language model that exists today, they have already consumed the entire internet, whether it is video, audio, text, numbers, anything that exists out in the open web has already been consumed, it has been trained upon. And now all these models are coming to a limit because once the whole internet has been consumed, now what is that you are going to train it upon, right? That question comes in. So clever people are generating synthetic data, so they are using simulations to create real world looking data, but that data itself is being created by generative AI. Once that comes in, now the generative AI model will self train on the self generated data. Can you see the vicious cycle here? So a model is being used to generate fabricated data, or let's say synthetic data. Now another model is now being trained on this synthetic data. In the first place, the synthetic data itself was generated by the model. So basically, as we start evolving further, as the this new generative data starts spanning the internet, because anyone can generate any kind of data nowadays. There is no authenticity to it. You don't do any kind of validations and checks, so there could be a lot of errors in the data. Nobody knows that, and then you're training your models on top of that data. Now you can imagine how bad the results are going to be as we move forward. So these are real imminent dangers that generative AI is bringing day to day. And I wanted to make sure that I bring this to light for the people, that there is not only one side of the coin where generative AI is going to disrupt industries, it is going to create a lot of job uncertainty. But then using generative AI can also cause a lot of problems, as we are seeing with respect to fraud, trust and safety, security, privacy, but then also unreliable data. In fact, in a lot of articles that has been generated over LLMs, it has been found that even the references that they're giving are completely fabricated. They do not even exist, and some people are taking it as the ground truth and just leveraging it, thinking it is good. And the reason for that is all generative AI content that is being generated uses very authoritative, very verbose language, giving an impression that somebody who is knowledgeable, who's authentic is basically writing this or speaking this. So that illusion basically forces people to think that we do not need to validate the content that is there. Most likely it is going to be correct. That's where the biggest problem is. So any data that is being generated through generative AI has to be validated, because there are no guardrails that exist right now. If we do not do that, then we are going to be in a very big trouble, because this is going to create a lot of garbage data. And as new models evolve, they will get trained on this garbage data. So the more garbage that you train upon, higher level of garbage output will come out. So I'll keep this session as a short session. I think you got the gist. In the summary, I would just say that leveraging generative AI is good, but you should be very careful of how to use it, when to use it, because the content that is being generated may have lot of falsified information, lot of fabricated information, and you need to weed out those kind of information before you can deploy. In fact, we have seen many companies who were very much active in generative AI race for the past 2.5, 3 years, and who build the narrative that they're like basically shutting down the entire departments and using generative AI agents and agentic AI to basically automate the entire workflows and doing it. They are slowly realizing that complete autonomous systems using AI, at least for now, are not a reality. There is just too much of interdependence. There is too much of risk involved, and they're going back to like hiring people, or at least using a combination of man and machine, if not fully going back to the people only processes. So we are in a transformative stage. I would definitely give you that, and I definitely believe there is a lot of promise of AI as well. But then we should also know what are the shortcomings that are there, what are the dangers of leveraging generative AI, and anyone who is trying to use generative AI for their own benefit, for their own productivity, should be very careful of the output generated from generative AI, whether it is coding, whether it is video, audio, text, any field that you are using generative AI for, whether it is in medicine, law, management, consulting, coding, like whatever you are working upon, be mindful that the results generated through generative AI can be factually incorrect. It can introduce a lot of errors and bugs, especially in coding. It can introduce a lot of tech debt. And please, when you generate the content, even if it is generated through generative AI, make sure you understand your own content. Do not blindly just send it away while you yourself don't know what the content is. That will also result into a very big nightmare in future, because if it has lot of inconsistencies, if it has a lot of false fabricated information, you will get in trouble, not the generative AI. So please be mindful of that. Leverage generative AI to improve your productivity, be better for your companies, improve your efficiency. But while doing that, be careful also that the efficiency gains that you're getting can be completely ruined by the errors and the bugs and the gaps that the content gets generated with. So, with that, I will wrap up my topic today. I hope you're enjoying your time. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what are the other topics you would like for us to discuss. Spend time with your family. Have a nice day.